First on News 2 at 6 o'clock, changes demanded on the Municipal Police and Fire Civil Service Board over an officer with a questionable past. Robert Moruzzi is the chairman of the board and has been the focus of multiple excessive force complaints.
At least one complaint cost taxpayers thousands of dollars when he knocked out a man's teeth following a raid. Our chief investigator Chris Nakamoto spoke to that victim and organizers of the push calling for Moruzzi to resign from the board.
Sylvia Michael, Together Baton Rouge, is leading the charge, calling for Robert Moruzzi to be removed from the Civil Service Board. They say his history of anger and brutality does not bode well in today's climate, where police reform is expected. Moruzzi told me today he has no intentions of resigning. It's an unforgettable smile that is now part of Brett Percle's nightmare. In 2014, he lost 4 teeth after an encounter with this Baton Rouge police officer, Robert Moruzzi.
He actually, upon our first encounter, threw me to the ground and kicked my face and the back of my head into the ground, basically a curb stomp where I lost 4 of my teeth.
Percle sued in federal court, and a jury determined Moruzzi's actions were deemed excessive force the night he raided a house looking for marijuana. Taxpayers shelled out $75 grand for Moruzzi's actions then. Rewind to 2009. Moruzzi was fired after he punched a man 5 times while off duty outside a bar downtown. Moruzzi was armed at the time, and a gun fell during the tussle. The very board that he now sits on reinstated him to the force the next year.
This is the same civil service board that found no foul play in my case. And immediately after my case, they actually promoted him onto the civil service board. So I really think that this is there's an inherent issue with the civil service board, and he should step down in fairness, to the city of Baton Rouge.
It's Robert Moruzzi's past that now has Together Baton Rouge calling for real change.
It should be people with an exemplary record on this board, and we know that there are officers with exemplary records.
His track record speaks loud and clear.
Pastor Clee Lowe calling for him to step off the board.
He is unfit, his character is not what it should be, and he does not represent what we believe that should be of the highest order, having high ethics and good standards based upon his background as a police officer.
Together Baton Rouge is calling for standards, transparency, and reforms on who's eligible to sit on the Civil Service Board. Currently, it's made up of appointed members from the following entities: BRPD, BRFD, the Metro Council, LSU, and Southern. With Moruzzi making decisions for officers accused of abusing their power, Together Baton Rouge believes it's a conflict of interest given his background. Percle, who is now in law school, can't agree more.
I just want to send a message to Robert directly and ask him to do what's best for the community and please step down.
Moruzzi's term on the Civil Service Board is up on July the 26th. Members of the union get to vote for their representative. Moruzzi told me any change to his position would reflect their wants and needs. He says he's always been fair, and while people make mistakes, the board and its decision makers can ensure that people who deserve a second chance are given one. Of course, you can read the full statement on our website, WBRZ.com. Live in the newsroom, Chris Nakamoto, WBRZ News 2.